associated with.
Oh yeah, I sent you.
You actually sent like the Mars Volta,
the Mars Volta Inertia. I think ESP.
Yeah. And you're talking about y'all went to that.
I went to see them. It was like fucking sick concert, dude. It was System of a Down and Mars Volta, and there was.
I would have loved to see like
System of a Down and Mars Volta at the same. It was like.
But it was also in that year when they like just had like that. The Chop Suey shit.
Yeah. They were doing like a Toxicity, like with the Rick Rubin. And then Mars Volta was also just putting out their first album.
Yeah.
It was fucking sick, man. Like, those two bands are like one of my...
I can believe... Yo, were you ever into like At the Drive-In, though?
I listened to them after.
Okay.
I like some... I like their... They were a bit more like post-hardcore stuff, but like, you know... the Mars Volta, I really like it because they also had this fucking trippy... You know, the super psychedelic kind of stuff, but also noise. And that was like before, like back then I didn't even know about like noise music as a thing. You know?
It's funny like how that like actually like happens. Like how you get like introduced to like noise. Because when I was like into noise, I didn't know that it was that like when I first started making music and shit, I didn't know there was a such thing as noise.
Yeah, for sure.
It was just something that was just a component of like my music. I thought it was like psychedelic actually. Basically. But then it just started to like come in. People started to show me like different things. I started to like see different things. Also, like, yo, how old are you?
32.
Oh, yo, you're mad young though. Yo.
What?
You're like mad young.
Yeah. I'm 32, man.
Dude, I feel like,
how old are you, man?
Shit. I don't even want to say. I can't say that shit on camera. Okay, yo, I'm gonna do like this.
Okay. Damn, you look young though.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's the whiskey. But
it's the whiskey. Thank you, whiskey. I'll have one after this.
Like, I think when I started to realize that it was something called like noise, I was actually in art school. And I think I had done like used like one of like Bad Brains, just like very like sporadic joints for like the soundtrack to a film. And then I feel like this one dude, I feel like he did that shit on purpose. I think he tried to one up me, and also he like fucked up his film, like because we had to we had to process it ourselves.
Yeah.
And so he had like fucked it up, and so he like took like Murs Bomb and put it over it, and that was my introduction.
And you thought it was like Bad Brains, or did you just?
No. For mine, I used Bad Brains.
Okay, yeah.
But I feel like there was like a sort of like unspoken competition between me and this dude.
Oh, I see.
Because then the next day he came back with the Merzbow shit after I played like the Bad Brains.
It was like who can get like somehow loudest or whatever, you know, like more.
Yeah, and I was like, you motherfucker. Anyway, I digress.
Merzbow's pretty good too.
It is.
I mean, but you can only take so much, you know. I mean, at least
it depends.
Depends what stuff, but yeah.
Because the thing, so I guess, so that was like some of my first ones. Because at that same time, I also discovered like Melt Banana and Converge, basically. But some people call like Melt Banana noise, but I never thought of them as noise. But I guess I'm saying all of this shit to say that I felt like there was this sort of like no wavy like revival in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And that's when I was a bit more like active. And that's when I saw like a lot more people like doing shit.
Dude, I remember you asked me like back in Rosa Delfin when I was playing some tracks, like some AI generated tracks. Yeah, like in Sari Sari Collective. When with Eiliyas and stuff. You were asking me, hey man, you played like a Locust track at the end. But it was like this like AI generated like this neural network generated track with like I did like a style transfer of like System of a Down actually. I trained it on like Toxicity and some beats. It was like some hard drums, you know, this kind of stuff, and it was like super. It sounded like you were like, hey, oh man, is that like Locust? And I was like, no man, but I'm into it. Like, hell yeah.
No, I remember this moment fondly.
Yeah. I was like, cool. Like I'm good because it was like it's like one of the I think it's the only track that I've done in this style, and it was like pretty extreme stuff, and I don't think a lot of people are into this energy here.
No, this is the weird thing about Berlin. This is like where I have a bit of a problem with Berlin.
Me too. I thought it was gonna be like
I love that shit.
Yeah,
like
me too.
I miss house shows.
Yeah.
I
Like
miss,
just like
that.
fucking basement shows and like that crazy like.
Just like all of that extra like energy, like the extra, it's like mad, like kinetic, like basically. And
Yeah,
just,
it's like
feel
super
it,
cathartic.
everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I feel like here, maybe it's kind of like going back to this idea of like this sort of like singularity. I mean, because it's like this is like focus of like this very simple like douche.
Yeah, this four beat all the time.
Every goddamn moment. But then when you have like something else, it's like it's like you have like all this extra like.
Were you ever into Lightning Bolt?
Actually, like one of my favorite shows I ever went to was like Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, like actually before like this is gonna sound like super lame, but I'm gonna say it anyway because fuck it. Right before they got like when they were like becoming like super famous. I think it was like what was the name of their third album? Like Rainbow or something?
Yeah, Rainbow something.
Yeah,
everything was like Rainbow or something.
Yeah, it was like right after Ride the Sky. Oh, it was Ride the Sky is the song that was on. Anyway, I saw them at this like one show, and they pretty much had like that show was actually packed. Like I'm surprised the fire department didn't come. Everybody was like so crunk at that shit.
Yeah.
That
everybody was
and it was like
moshing.
so many people that they tried to mosh.
Oh, so people could.
But it was too many people, so they couldn't. So what ended up happening, it was like this kind of like, you know how the coral reef, there's like a wave that happens?
Oh, that's horrible, man.
But that's actually exactly what was happening.
Yeah, I remember. I've been in one of these, like in one of my first concerts at Soma in San Diego. I think it was like, I don't remember which band it was, but it was just like packed as fuck. And this, what you're saying, this coral reef, it's fucking horrible, man. You're like, you think you're gonna fall, but you know, it's like you can't. But you also can't.
Like that's one of those times where I was like, nah, I'm not going in the middle. Like usually I try to go to the front and like get as much energy as possible.
Yeah.
But that was one of those times where I was like, nah.
You have the weight of all the people like behind it. It's like I remember that feeling. It was like, whoa, and I was like, damn, you can't even like push back. It was just like crazy.
Like, that's just you. You're like you have to be a part of it.
Everybody, totally.
Yeah. No, but I just like,
damn, I didn't remember.